Hang with me. I'm behind, as usual. You guys wouldn't have guessed that, would you? All right. Thank you, sir. All right. I'm trying to get my own live on. There we go. So I can see the chat on my. There we go. There. I can see the chat. This is working. This is working. All right. There we go. I got a mess. We're going to wing it. We're good at winging it. I'm way too close to everything. This is my, where is it? Tablet setup so I can read the chat. I can't read it on this little phone. And in a minute, it's going to be elevated up in the air. But, hey, Beth. Hey, Pam. All right. Yeah, I was going to cut up the brisket and get ready to put it in the sous vide. Happy St. Lucie ever. Hey, from Albany. Hi, Lenny. All right, I'm going to elevate this thing and see what we can see. I think, let's see. I think last time I decided it was a little bit high. So we're going to go like that. And then we're going to go like this. And you're going to look at nothing. Hey, that's the ceiling fan I just put my phone into. So that's fine. We got that. It's going to shake it right off. There we go. All right. Is this dang thing? All right, I think that works. Oh, I got to turn these on. Get a little light on the subject. Oh, dang it. Hold on. I got to lock my. There we go. I had to fix the portrait problem. The auto rotate problem. All right. I don't know. Something like that. Let's see how that looks on the tablet. Nope. All right. Good enough. Gee whiz. All right. Got a big bloody brisket. All right, I think that's working pretty good. Can you guys hear me okay? This is a new microphone because I put my last one through the washing machine this morning. All right. All right. So, I'm gonna wipe my hands off. And we're gonna separate. So normally I would trim the heck out of this brisket, but now I want to keep the fat. So I'm gonna cut into this. I'm gonna separate. Where the heck is that vein? Oh, there it is. I think that's it. It's a little bit harder to do when I'm not trimming the fat off. I'm trying to find the best way to get at the tip versus the flat here. I can't see it on this side because I don't want to trim that fat. There it is. Hey, why can't I find that fat vein? Where are you, sir? Should be right here. But it's kind of hiding. Mm-hmm. Where did you go? Yeah, I mean, it's right there. I just don't know why it's being so difficult. I don't want to cut up this meat. Butcher it. I do want to find that fat vein and get this tip off. Where are you? Well, this is crazy. I've never had this problem before, but that makes perfect sense because we're live. So I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to take some more of the fat off even though I didn't want to. I was trying to save it all this time. But I need to find the fat vein so that we can separate the flat from the point. It'll be good to get the silver skin off anyways. There it is. See you. See this? I don't know if you can see that fat thing, but it's what connects the tip of the point to the flat. We're trying, because I can't fit this whole thing in a vacuum bag at once. So I gotta separate it. But I want to do it by the muscle instead of just cutting it in half. Come on. Where you at, little buddy? This is a weird brisket. YouTube's gonna think I'm doing some kind of surgery and kick me out of here. I just was looking at my own tablet. I was like, I don't think you would know the difference if you didn't tune in from the beginning. This is the worst I've ever done this. I don't care. It's all going in a vacuum seal bag. I just cannot see where this fat thing goes in this one. You can see it right here. But I'm losing it because I want to keep all this fat in here. Because I want it. Because I want it for the birria base here. That's okay. We're just going to cut this up in a few pieces. This was a fail on separating the flat from the tip. But I never tried to do this without trimming all the fat off before. This fat layer here, all this. This time I'm going to keep it and see how it works. Because I really want it for, this is a new recipe, by the way. I've never done this. This is just a brainchild. Usually I just do regular brisket, but this is the birria chili that I was talking about. All right. Flip this over, get a little bit more off of it. You know, we got most of that. It was just a weird tip. See, that's the fat vein I was trying to find. This is another big piece of fat I think I'm going to get rid of because it's hard fat. So that's not going to be too tasty. It'll probably break down, but that's not a nice piece of fat there. All right. Yeah, I just want this off because it's pretty hard. I mean, it's even hard to cut with my knife. That's not going to break down very good. pretty thick too. Take a little more. All right. I feel like that's another fat vein, but how flat are we? No, they're still. This brisket's really weird. This is so weird. You see this fat vein right here, but I can't see where it connects. It's a weird one, but we're just going to cut that off. Get a little bit more flat. But I think, well, that's going to have to work. Then we're just going to cut this in half one more time to fit in the vacuum seal bags. All right. I'm trying to take this will just be an experiment, see how well this fat breaks down. I'm trying to take off any of the ugly fat that's really hard. Like this whole piece here is pretty gnarly. That's all fat. That's pretty hard stuff, but I'm gonna save that for later. I don't think we want it in here. I think the rest of this is gonna break down pretty good. That looks a little bit. Well, this seems fine. I think this will break down pretty good in the sous vide because it's gonna sous vide for 84 hours. Let's see. Raw meat, vomit. I washed my hands. Just sanitized this cutting board and the stainless steel this morning. Yeah, that'll make some great tallow. It looks like strawberry pie with whipped cream. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, I didn't think we were that sensitive around here. All right. So anyhow, that was kind of a disaster, but it's good enough. That is usually anybody that's ever taken a point off of a flat on a brisket, there's usually a very defined fat vein in there, and this thing was just weird. I picked a bad brisket, but anyways, looks pretty good. Now, what am I gonna do? Uh, I'm on the fence of what to do next. I think I'm just going to. I could make the birria marinade right now, and I could put it in the sous vide bag or in the vacuum seal bag, and I could marinate it and sous vide it with the birria sauce. And so my birria sauce I'm trying to make it as carnivore as possible, which I'm just using dried jalapenos. I'm taking the seeds off, and I'm taking dried ancho chilies. And then I'm going to rehydrate those with beef broth, and I'm going to blend them up like the birria stuff, and I'm going to put vinegar in there as a bit of an emulsifier for all this fat. And that way, when I take it out of the sous vide bags after 84 hours, it's going to be nice and broke down, pretty pretty mixed with the fat well with the vinegar. The meat's going to be pretty tender. We're going to cube it up, and then we are going to make a brisket chili out of it. And my theory on this has been, since I've had a little bit of hot sauce, I've had a little bit of rosemary and thyme, I've had pickled jalapenos, and none of those seem to have any bad effects with me. So they don't seem to make me feel congested in the throat. Well, like as soon as I eat something that doesn't agree with me, I get phlegmy, I get a runny nose, I get a hoarse throat, I hack stuff up, and I just have sort of kind of a reaction to them. Every time I seem to have one ingredient, peppers and stuff, that especially when they're either freeze dried or coupled with vinegar, or if they're fermented, they don't seem to bug me. And people have told me that that's because the vinegar, the fermenting, and the freeze drying kind of neutralizes the oxalates, especially if you get rid of the skins and the seeds on the nightshades. So that's kind of my theory. But I think for this first one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to vacuum seal this, because I'm not so sure how having a bunch of marinade in a vacuum seal bag this big is going to do. So I think I'm going to vacuum seal it as is. And then I think I'm going to undercook it a little bit. So I would normally cook it at 133 degrees for 84 hours. I think I'm going to actually take it down to like 125 degrees for 84 hours, maybe 128, somewhere in there. And then I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of braising with the birria consomme after it's done in the sous vide. If I didn't do any take-ups there, I don't, Scott. Yeah, it definitely gives me, when I have apple cider vinegar, it just makes the fat break down a lot quicker, and I get so much energy out of it. It's like drinking coffee. Sorry if I'm missing a bunch of chat here. All right. Oh, I got some things out of camera frame here going. There we go. All right. So anyhow, I'm going to make some vacuum seal bags here real quick. When that just figure, as soon as you go to use the vacuum sealer on a live stream, it's out of vacuum seal bags. Gotta reload. So basically, you just run this stuff out if you haven't used one of these before. You run it out. You seal, you cut it off. You seal one end, and then you leave the other end open. And then, kind of a trick is to take and turn this inside out because you don't want grease and stuff on the end where you're going to put the other seal on. It also makes things hard. But let's see, is this long enough? That'll be kind of tricky. We're just going to use the smaller one. This was the end piece. We're just going to put this in here. Vacuum seal it in a moment. Get a bigger piece. A little bit longer. Feel better about that. Now, this is the worst part of this part. I think I'm gonna actually I should put that near the bag. I didn't see him sitting there. I think we're gonna actually cut this up a little bit to make it easier. Being that this is all gonna be chili anyways. Because that's a hard time. Bag. All right. One more. Everybody's like, this is boring. We didn't come here to watch you play around the vacuum sealer. This is the boring part. Like, I commandeer my niece to do this part, usually. This in here. And the slide right in there. All right, that's one bag sealed. All right, I'm almost done. I got one more to vacuum seal, and I'll show you the container I use. And then I'm going to double seal these, but I'm going to do it off camera later. But, and not that you really need to see too much of this, but people were asking. And that was a terrible job separating the, the point from the flat. But that's the general idea. Just make it fit in the bag. But I was like, just because this is, it's not a ton of money in meat, but it's not nothing either. It's like, I don't know, $80 or $90 in meat. And sometimes these things will have a pinhole in them. You have to have a pinhole in them. It should be in water, kind of ruin it all. It's a real bummer. So that's another reason I don't mind having it in 3 different bags, double sealed at least. You have some kind of an accident, hopefully. It's unlikely it's going to happen 3 times. Alrighty. That's 3. It's nice and vacuum sealed and chopped up. Now let me move some stuff out of here real quick. I'm going to put this stuff back in the fridge. And then tomorrow, I will. Double vacuum seal all those. This same process. I was a little bummed today because made a rookie mistake, and I put some pickled onions because I was thinking about using pickled onions because traditional birria has onions in the consomme. They mix up the onions, but I just grabbed a couple of brands of pickled onions that I don't usually use, and both of these have sugar in them, so I can't use either one of these. These are going to a new home called the dumpster. But yeah, it was kind of sad. So people got to ruin everything with sugar, Like, let's add the poison. All right, now that was that. Now I was just gonna real quick show you what I use because people asked for the sous vide. And so, wow, we got a little bit of blood leaked out everywhere, didn't it? Under that cutting board. All right, well, get that. All right, I'm gonna move this back. So, what I use for my sous vide container is Tupperware container like this right here. And I'll fill this all the way up to water, all the way up to here. I'll put those bags in there. And then I don't have it here, it's in the dishwasher. But I have a big stainless steel mesh, chain mesh that sits on top of the meat to keep it from floating. So it keeps from piling up. I also have a little wire cooling rack that I put down here in the bottom. So it keeps it from sitting flat on the bottom because you want a little bit of circulation of water going under the bags. And you want the chain mesh to hold it down. I wasn't totally prepared for this, so those things are in the dishwasher right now. But I'll show it to you when I double seal this and I actually put it in there. I'll show it to you. But hold on, I'm grabbing my circulator pump. This, I don't know if you can see it good enough. I'm going to try to, but this is my circulator pump. And it's got this clamp on the side. You put right on the side of this container, and it will just clamp down. And then there's a lid for this container, just sits on there like that. And there's a lid for this container, and you just take a utility knife and you cut a little hole in it so that the lid fits right around here. And you want to put the lid on because if you don't, after 84 hours, well before then, you lose a bunch of the water to evaporation. This is a Wi-Fi Kitchen Boss sous vide circulation pump, submergible one. So this does pretty good, and it talks to my phone, and if the water level gets low, it sends me a warning. So I can come out here and edit. But if you put the lid on and you keep it pretty tight, it does a really good job because most of the condensation goes up, hits the lid and drips back down. So it makes it last a lot longer if you put the lid on here. But it'll take like 3 hours to get up to temperature. I'm going to do this one because I'm going to do a little bit of braising in the consomme at the end in a skillet. I'm going to do this one probably at 125 to 130 degrees. Or no, probably 125 to 128 degrees. I'd usually do it at 133 degrees. And sounds silly, but that actually does matter after 84 hours. So I'm going to have it a little bit undercooked from where I like it so that I can kind of finish cooking it a little bit as I'm kind of braising it with the consomme, the chili consomme. And then I'll tell you if I have a bunch of rashes and if this is a complete disaster and if I have a problem with any of the peppers. I'm using ancho chilies and dried ancho chilies, dried jalapenos, no skins. So I'm going to rehydrate them. I'm going to cut them open, dump out the seeds. I'm going to rehydrate them, and then I'm going to scrape the flesh out of the inside, but leave the skins because supposedly freeze drying helps neutralize the oxalates, and most of the trouble is in the seeds and the skin. So that's the plan: is try to get the flavor, maybe a little bit of heat, but there's not going to be much capsaicin there either because most of that's going to go away with the seeds, and hopefully won't have a problem. But this is an experiment. Stay tuned. So, that is that. Now I'm going to put this down under the counter. Let me put this in here. We're going to move on to just searing the, and I mean, this isn't exactly rocket science, but I'm going to go sear a chuck roast so that I can get it ready. I'm putting that in the slow cooker. And we're going to put that in the, we're going to sear it up and we're going to put it in the slow cooker for tomorrow. Oh, well, I got this out. Everybody's always asking me what I feed Cosette, my dog. This is what I feed Cosette. So it's Costco's. This is, I'm reading this upside down like a genius. This is about 5 pounds. This is 5 pounds of the cubed up chuck roast. She eats 2.5 packs of this a week, but it makes her pretty healthy. It sure has helped her hips. Alright, this is chopped roast. We're going to be slow cooking. See, this will be ready tomorrow. The brisket birria chili will be ready Tuesday. And then I'm going to make a steak after this for tonight. But this will be real quick. And then we can talk a little bit while this is searing because it just takes a little bit of time. And this isn't such a big deal. But hold on 1 second. I'm going to get things prepped up and moved over. I'll be right with you. Stay tuned. I know what you're thinking. Is that an extension cord I see? That is. I don't have enough circuits out here to run all this stuff. And I know what you're also thinking. Gee whiz, Todd. Didn't you say you're an electrician? Yeah. Yeah, I said that. That's true. All right. So where am I going to put all this? Let me make some money. All right, let me take the camera. Whoa. All right. I was doing some cooking over here earlier, so there's salt everywhere. Knocking stuff over. All right. All right. What to do? Where am I here? All right, here we go. I got this going now. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, where can I put that? How are we looking? Oh, it lined up over the skillet. That's good, Chuck. We're gonna turn this fella on. Induction burner. And we're gonna turn it up to lava, which is high setting, which is 460 degrees. We're gonna grab a bit of tallow. I'm using this stuff right now. You can see that. Trying to. All right. The good news, guys, this can't get any worse. This cannot get any worse. Some tallow in there. Well, that's going to get sporty pretty quick. So, before this can be a complete disaster, start spraying everything oil. We're going to put a grease splatter guard on. All right, now I'm gonna swing this over. This here. Over here. All right. I love this Malvin salt. This stuff's pretty awesome. Like to work all that in there. All right. Now, put this back over here. And while it's burning, you can look at the crack. Just going to that today. Right on. This is a total experiment. I know this is long and arduous, but we'll see if it's any good or if it's a foolishness. I have no idea. Hey, good, that's fun. Chef's hat put on top of my cowboy hat, that would be pretty good. Cowboy quality. You just don't, you just don't mix it. Chef's hat. Like, sir, I was messing around, people wanted to see me booked a bunch of documents and recipes. I booked them. Maybe I'm making a bunch of them. Is my microphone bad? I got a new microphone today, except on the other one is the washer this morning. It was really kind of deal. Alright, let's check this dude out. I can start really? Just get it? Section 1, 2, 3. It could be this noise too. Like this. You get this thing going. I do love these induction burners, man. They get toasty quick. When they got your head to heat. What do you guys having for dinner tonight? For the peanut gallery? That's okay. Usually I'm the peanut gallery. So I need a peanut gallery support me. Oh, I see. Good time. It's super bad. Something else is all. Oh, wow. All right, it's smelling like we got something going on over here. Let's take a look. That's not too bad. We're gonna have to do a two flicker. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but when you have to run to the flower shop. Oh no, that's fine. I gave him the vouch piece. Don't worry. It's just a slight here. Alright. Now let's see how that second suit is doing. That's starting to look more like it. Looking better. Always you keep better. appreciate it, Scott. Thanks for coming in. Thanks so much. Get close. Let's take another look at this side. That's what I'm looking for. Right there. That's my favorite too. That's a beauty. That is a beauty. It's such a sight. So, this is the chocolate. And then put it in the corn cookie. I'm just putting it here on it. That's awesome. Maybe a little bit more on the flip side, and then we'll put the other piece in there. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That is easy. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to cut those. And we're going to put that on there. I know something I usually do. The problem is that with the palette, if I have it in deeper pans, what I got to get empty, but I usually do sear the sides, but what I got to get is a deeper pan because when I do that, I can't put the splash stone on it since it's big pieces of meat. I guess I could not be lazy and I could cut the truck into maybe smaller pieces. The problem is I can't put the splash stone on it, so I got to get a big section of it so that the sides are high enough so that I can put the truck roast on the side but still keep the grease catch on it because it just throws these from here to home. To be honest with you, I definitely would do the side. Oh, this is a steak holiday. This is a truck roast. And so I'm gonna let it sit here, but I'm gonna put it in the slow cooker and I'm gonna cook it on low for it's about 7 times a chuck. I'm gonna cook it on low for about 8 to 9 hours. And I'm gonna slice it up like roast beef. Also I'm gonna put some beef broth in it. You'll get to see the final touches tomorrow. But tell me if this is any better, guys. If this any better? Okay, I know, Jason, I get scouted to know that sometimes I get stubborn and do it, but I got enough things to cook tonight. I was like, no, I'm not gonna turn my counter on my backsplash and go greasy. Yeah, okay. That sucks. I went all the way. So my good, I, my other microphone, I put it to the washer this morning. So I wanted to just bought this one. That's why I started this thing so late. I meant to start about 2 hours early, but I had to go find a microphone. It makes it going when it's a bit. All right, hold on 1 second. Can you guys tell me if this is better? Testing 1, 2, 3. Is this better? Testing 1, 2, 3. No, this is a brand new mic. The one that my old one went to the washing on the side of the way around. Hey, can you guys hear this one at all? Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, I hear it. I just turned my volume up on my tablet. All right, I think this might be the searing noise. I'll cut it out. Yeah, they works a little bit. I would, but it's going to get grease everywhere because I don't have a deep enough pan. I got to get a real tall dusty oven so that I can put them on their side and put the flashlight on. Oh, I don't. As soon as I'm done seeing I think my audio will get better if it won't be too noisy. Is anybody here at the beginning when I was cutting up the brisket before the searing time? Was the audio good or bad? All right, we're getting close. All right, I'm back and way away from the skillet. I think the searing sound is cutting out the audio. Tell me if you can hear the back and way away from the skillet. I think the searing sound. Tell me if you can hear Can you guys hear me better now? Can you guys hear me better now? Oh, that's better. That's just with no microphone. It's just off the phone. Oh, that's better. That's just with no microphone. It's just off the phone. Oh, that's better. All better. All right, here we go. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, it was echoing because I had the sound on my tablet up, so I had to turn it down, and now it's been echoing noises. So give me an audio check, 1 out of 10, or 1 through 10. Perfect. My ego echoes on too. That's good. We're getting close. It will be on to the fun stuff. We just gotta get this seared up and get it in the slow cookers. Me, myself, and I are all my friends. Yeah, no, shoot, I should repeat everything. I'll get to it. I do have some interesting things to talk about too. Come on. If I can remember what the heck it was. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Takes so long to sear stuff. These big pieces of meat take forever. Yeah, I really do need a bigger pan because I need something with deeper sidewalls. Because the other thing that'd be nice is I need something like, I don't know, I guess 8-inch sidewall. So big 12 by 8 Dutch oven because I have the big searing weights to press it down that I would sure like to use, but I can't use them and put this on, and the grease is just such a problem. Oh, I do. I do have one of those. That's what this is right here. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. I'm trying to see if you could see me right around the silicone mat. But I did get the silicone mat, and it does do pretty good. That's not the issue. It's the backsplash. I have a cheap little backsplash I just put up there to keep the room in the drywall because my kitchen is just full of my mom's stuff, and it's just no place to really make room in there. So I just put this out here in the dining room area, and I put up a quick little backsplash, and it gets so greasy. Oh, I got you. All right. See how this here is doing. Now we're talking. That is a beauty. That is what we're looking for. That's going to have a lot of flavor. take a picture. All right, I'm cooking 7 pounds. I'm searing 7 pounds of chuck roast and then putting it in the slow cooker. And it's going to be, it's basically going to be slow cooked roast beef and brown gravy is what I'm making. And we're going to slow cook it for about 8 or 9 hours with kettle and fire beef broth, and then I'm going to slice it up. And I'm going to stick it in the brown gravy with a little bit of vinegar. I'm going to cook it tomorrow, and it's going to be delicious. Yeah, that'll do it. Drink the tallow. Yeah, that'll get the plumbing moving. All right. Yeah, the vacuum sealed brisket earlier to put in the sous vide. And then when I'm done with this, I'm actually going to, the chuck roast is dinner for tomorrow. The brisket is dinner for Tuesday. And then the steak I'm going to make after this is dinner for tonight's steak and salad. As soon as this is done, I just have to deglaze the pan with some beef broth and get all the good bits and tallow out of there to get all the good flavors. And then we will get it going. Well, that sounds delicious, Linda. All right, let's see how we're doing. That's a good one. There we go. Frankie, I got it a little bit. Yeah, it's making a mess. All right. Now, this is going to make a whole lot of steam. I don't know if you're going to see anything, but I use this kettle on fire beef broth. And I'm going to deglaze that pan just a little bit. And shut it off. And use a spatula with the tallow on it. A little more tallow never hurt. All right, hold on. Now, we're going to move crock pot over here. We're going to lay this in here. We're going to take deglazed juice, put it in there, and then we're going to add 64 ounces of beef broth because 9 hours is a long time. and it will reduce. These are 32-ounce containers. There we go. Close that up. We're going to put that on low for 9 hours. 1 second, I'm going to move this again. All right. All right. Now, you're going to cook tonight's dinner. That is a ribeye. So, all right. There we go. This is a ribeye. And I like to pat it dry really good because I really like the air fryer to get a good sear on it. I don't too much worry about patting it dry the chuck roast because I'm going to deep fry the heck out of it. So that really doesn't bother the chuck roast, but in the air fryer, moisture makes a big difference because it'll steam up the surface of the steak, and I don't want to overcook this ribeye. So we need to get that. We need to get, the moisture off of there so it doesn't steam. And then let's see. I don't know if you can see this. Let me try to get this in frame. This is my Ninja air fryer. So I put this on high grill. We're going to do this one. We're going to set it at 13, but we're probably going to pull it out after 12 and a half minutes. We're going to flip halfway. All right. Try to get all the shiny stuff off. And then this steak, I like to use the Malden smoked sea salt. I like to kind of roll it around, get some of the edges. Like to roll it pretty hard. And the salt, we'll leave it there. And now I can pull this camera down. Hopefully things are easier for you guys to hear me. Oh, what the heck? I know this thing gets taller. There we go. Look at me. My cheeks are red from standing over that steam. There we go. All right. Now, can you guys hear me okay now? I got the smoked Malden salt on Amazon. Just enough to get the moo out, exactly. I get smoked salt at on Amazon. Sorry. See, this is why if I was doing this for money, I'd have affiliate links set up. Right on. Yeah, I love it. It's really tasty. It's my new favorite salt. Oh, awesome. All right, we got all the bugs worked out. You know, the reason why I'm making all this stuff in here, I know it seems silly, but I just want to hang out with you guys. But what I'm going to do is take this video, probably not the brisket one, because I would like to actually show people how to take the point off of the brisket better, because that was a screwed up brisket. But I'll probably do that part again. But I'm going to take all these little parts down. I'm going to make like little 2-minute short videos out of them on quick recipes, because everybody's always asking how I cook my steak and stuff, and just pop it up there. So, you know, I'm going to get rid of all, I know the audio's crappy, but I'm going to do a voiceover anyhow as I chop it up. But you're going to have to put up with the terrible audio. I don't know what happened. I bought a brand new microphone for this, charged it up, went to great lengths, and it still sucked. Right on. Oh, no worries, Jill. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun, and it gives me, you know, I needed something. I've been slacking on putting out more videos. And the reason why is, and the reason why I'm doing it this way, I'm no good at making videos. I can do lives, and I can just talk to people, and I can bumble around like I do whether you guys are here or not. So I just want to do this and make it my content, because I'm not going to be very much fun to watch if I'm making videos that I don't want to make. So this, I do want to hang out with you guys. So this is easy, but making them, I'm not a content creator. I don't think. I think I'm a jawwagger BSer. Yeah, Malden's even at my Costco, the regular Malden. No, it doesn't put out much smoke. At the end, it puts out a tiny, tiny bit, but not really, and especially, and that's also because I don't clean I don't clean the grease catch as much as you should. If you clean that, it wouldn't put out really hardly any at all. Oh, carnivore's the best. Um, oh, I know what I was going to talk to you guys about is the iodine. I think that iodine is greatly helping me, but man, I'm confused. I'm back at the craziness with the amino acids, right? Where I'm about to take a ridiculous amount of iodine, but I have to research it more. Nobody get worried, but let me know if you guys think you can take too much iodine. And I have a reason. I have a method behind my madness. But it was pretty it was pretty crazy because I got the Lugol's 2%. I'm gonna have to talk to people that know way more about it than I do before I do this. Let's see. Okay. But anyways, so I started taking the iodine. It seems to be making my energy level go up. I seem to be feeling better. I seem to have more stamina. I'm quite enjoying it. It's I was already having a real easy time fasting now that I upped the fat and stuff. But at any rate, uh, I was listening to Dr. Barry. I forget the other doctor's name. He put out a video about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I bet Cranky knows who I'm talking about, where he did a interview with a doctor that was talking about the benefits of iodine. But so I got this bottle of Lugol's. It's 3,000 micrograms. Okay, and at first I thought that was 3,000 milligrams. And when I was listening, they were doing a test where they were giving people, and I know that this was just for the blood test, and I'm not saying that I'm going to do 50 milligrams, but check the video interview with Dr. Bronson and Kim Berry. I'm doing 12. Okay, you're doing 12 drops? Okay, I appreciate that, Cranky. So here's what I did. I did the math today just before I got on here. This is one of the reasons I was late. Yeah, Dr. Brownstein, exactly. And that's what I was watching. And in that interview, he talked about how he was putting his patients on 50 milligrams of iodine, and then he would measure what came out in their urine. He knew that it was only going to fluctuate about 2%, and that the rest was going to be what his body needed and absorbed. So if he takes 50 milligrams of iodine and he pees out 25, then he used roughly 25 to 23 or something, because there's a little bit of wiggle room there. So I thought, oh, no problem. So I don't have, it was small print, and I thought my bottle was 3,000 milligrams, but it's 3,000 micrograms. So my whole bottle is only 30 milligrams. So I'd have to take the whole Lugol's bottle of iodine plus 2/3 of another one to get 50 milligrams. And I'm not against it. I'll get it down somehow. It'll be the worst shot I've ever taken in my life. And if you just pee it out, I'm not against it, because I kind of want to see what it does. You need to talk to Barry. Okay, I'm definitely on Wednesday. Wednesday's meeting, I'm going to talk to Barry and see if I can get my hand up quick enough. I'm going to see if I can chug a couple of those bottles or 1.5 of those bottles for a week at a time and see what happens. No worries. But anyhow, I'm super interested in that, because I am feeling really good. Right now, I'm taking 20 drops. I don't know if it's too much or not. I've taken 20 drops. I started at 3, and I was like, nah. And also, Michael is big on putting it on your skin and seeing how fast it absorbs. He puts it on his skin, and it lasts like 24, 20, 26 hours. I put it on my skin. The first drop I did, it lasted like 14 minutes. And then I put 2 drops on and spread it out. It lasted like an hour and 10 minutes roughly. And then I put 2 more drops on. It lasted about another hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to guess I don't know that for sure, Sandra, but I'm going to guess I'm not now, because I've taken quite a bit of it and I put it all over my skin and I haven't seen anything. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Here, I'm going to flip you guys a little bit. By the way, that's my tablet that I'm reading the chat on. And then I'm going to try to show you this. No, there we go. I'm going to put this guy on here. Hear that sizzle? Pop her down. There we go. We're talking iodine and me doing extreme, experimentation on myself. See how much of it I can drink at once. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Iodine drops, yep. Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, I don't know. I think CCI, I think you're new here. Have you seen the show before, or what brings you here? I appreciate you. I just was curious. This is a new format, these vertical lives, and I'm just wondering how this whole thing works. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going to try to talk to Dr. Barry and see what he thinks I could take. And then I just want to see, because it does make me feel so good. Because I didn't repeat that, or I didn't finish my sentence, or my train of thought. I was doing 3 drops, and then I went to 6. And then after I heard that a couple of days ago, I went to 20, because 20 was 50 micrograms. And I thought, oh, that's not that much. It's only 20 drops. But then I realized that those were micrograms and not milligrams. And I was like, oh, I'd have to get 50 milligrams, I'd have to drink almost 2 bottles. I'm new. I've done carnivore for 30 days before, but your live randomly popped up for me. I love the convo. You guys are awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I definitely. Are you thinking about hopping back on carnivore? And what do you use it for? Like healing or weight loss or all of the above? Love to know your story, man. We'd love to help you. I just keep putting 5 drops on my skin. Eventually, after 6 days for 18 hours or so, let up. Oh, Sandra, can you repeat that? So I just keep putting 5 drops on my skin. Eventually, after 6 days, it stayed for 18 hours or so, and then let up. Wow. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't last. I can put 2 drops on. I haven't tried 6 drops. I'll have to see how long that takes. Found me in the algorithm, big man? Right on. Yeah, I definitely will. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna definitely I'll do a follow up with you guys and let you know what Cam Barry said if I can get a hold of him. I spread it around. Michael said to spread it in like a 2-inch circle. So I spread it with this finger, 2-inch circle. I blow on it for a minute so it's not drippy. And then it goes away after about an hour and 10 minutes. That's 2 drops though, not 6. I don't know, Jenny. They're Lugol's 2%, which is what I know nothing about this at all. It's Lugol's 2% that everybody seems to be doing and saying that it's the good stuff. And so that's what I got. It was organic Lugol's 2%. After that, I am out of my wheelhouse, but I'm about to learn because I'm feeling pretty fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely reach out if you need any support or help or just want to talk through some things because, man, it's freaking awesome. It'll give you, it'll heal you. Look at some of that sirloin I had in the sink. Ate about 15 huge steaks. Oh, that's awesome, big man. I bet those are going to be tasty. I just, I just take and I put 20 drops in about 2 ounces of water and I shake it and I just shoot it like a shot. I put it on the inside of my lower arm where it's softer skin. Okay. Okay. It has to be Lugol's for sure. That's what it is. With 1/8 cup coffee, for sure. It bugged me at first and it tasted weird, but now I'm just kind of used to it. It doesn't really bug me. I'm going to be excited to see what this next round of fasting, how I take it, because so I went through 10 days of having the COVID horse crap. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but, it wasn't terrible. I just didn't eat about 4 out of those 10 days because I didn't feel great. The other 6 out of those 10 days, I did, oh man. Question, benefits of iodine. Don't know anything about it. Man, I'm just learning, John. Right now, I'm taking it for my thyroid and because I thought I might have a goiter. And the reason why I thought that, I don't feel anything, but I got something going on here, or had. It's not bothering me so much. But I had something going on here in my throat where every time I would fast, I would get a hoarse throat, and I was drinking plenty of water. It wasn't that I had a dry throat, I just had a hoarse throat. Hold on, I gotta get ready to flip the steak. So I would get a hoarse throat, and I'd be talking kind of hoarse, and then uh, and then when I'd lay down at night, my head would hit the pillow, and my head would go back a little bit. I would have like a weird, like cramp in my throat muscle right here. It was weird, and there was something going on right here, and it would only happen when I fasted, and so something strange was going on, and so I started. That's why I was taking it, because that video said that you could get a goiter, and that you may or may not know that it's there. So that's why I started taking it, and then I gotta find out. Now I did ask. That's why I asked Ken Berry a while back if that could be a goiter or something, and he said it shouldn't have anything to do with fasting and or thyroid. That it shouldn't have anything to do with thyroid. So I don't think that was right, but that's why I'm doing it. Display stored fluid, so that could really help. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm hoping that it helps. Every cell in your body needs iodine. 90% of us are deficient. Well, that would make sense, especially if it really does help move fluid, because I've had fluid problems my whole life. She'd wake up choking. All right, well then maybe that could be a goiter, because it's like right here when I lay my head back and I'm fasting, I get like a weird cramp. Something tightens up and kinks up right there. It's really weird. But so anyhow, to finish my train of thought, I had the COVID thing, whatever. I only ate like 6 meals in that 10 days. They weren't. They. I was trying to eat higher fat, but I also wasn't feeling great. I was kind of under eating. But then I came out of that, and before that too. By the way, I was eating a lot of fat, 2-to-1 fat ratio, doing really good, feeling good. I got that weird thing. But anyhow, at the end of the COVID, I decided to do a 6-day fast. I did that. Really helped the COVID, cleared it up. All the head stuff was gone. Came out of that, life was busy. I only ate for 4 days, and I only ate one meal, and oddly enough, they're bacon and eggs, which I don't really ever eat that much anymore. I eat a lot of eggs now, but I'm not the bacon. But so I only ate for 4 days, and then I went back and I was going to do a 86-hour or 84-hour fast, but I ended up doing a 96-hour fast, so another 4 day. And at the end of I felt a little different because I didn't eat enough fat. So this time, that's why I'm making this steak here. So this time, I'm eating twice a day, having the fatty ribeye. I'm going to dish up some tallow and hot sauce to dip it in. I'm going to take that down, and I'm going to see this next 4 days with the extra fat, how easy it makes this next 84-hour fast. You know what I mean? I'm going to be starting that on Tuesday. One second here. Sorry, I'm just watching my steak, getting ready to pull it out. Then we'll cut that up. I used to a bunch at the beginning of carnivore, and not because I don't like it, it's just, I really don't know how to cook it very well. I tried some things. My favorite are the lamb chops. I really like the little lollipop lamb chops thing. I'm just not very good at cooking it, I guess. I don't really know what to do with it. And so I'm probably going to get better at it because just give me more of an arsenal. But I like beef well enough that Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't really delved into it yet, but I like it, especially those lamb chops. Man, I could eat a table of those lamb chops. Those little, I mean, they're just like one biters of just super tender, juicy wonderfulness. I really like the flavor too. Definitely, the priming was really important for me because it's what it's really what made it easy. I mean, it's just healed everything. I'm gonna try to see if I can give you a view of the steak here. There we go. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna try to come down a little bit. Sorry, there's a lag and I can't really see. All right, that's pretty good sear. That's about how I like it. We're gonna give it 7 minutes to rest. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna grab a knife. There we go. Got my knife here. I think. Mhm. Your thyroid stopped working about 30. What are, this is going to sound like a silly question, but what are the signs of your thyroid not working? Because I don't think I've ever had one working. And I'm kind of being funny, but not because I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had a well working thyroid or working one at all. So, what does it feel like when your thyroid stops working? Honestly, air fried is not the best steak that I make, but it's right up there. It's really close, and it's just so easy. First of all, because it closes up, there's no grease splatter or nonsense. It doesn't really smoke. It's very fast. It's clean, and then it's pretty amazing. Dry skin, hair loss, weight gain, fatigue. I check all those boxes, especially on the dry skin, hair loss. Well, all of them. Wait, I mean, I'm a 10 out of 10 on all of those. Bad sleep. Yep. I mean, it's far better now. All those things are far better now, but they were hideous. Hey, Charlie and Marilyn, I appreciate you guys stopping in. We're doing a little cooking video. So everybody kept wanting to see me mess up a steak. So I said, all right, I'll take that bet. Thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate you stopping in. Uh, I really appreciate it. Tell Marilyn I said hi if she's watching. Appreciate it so much. Fatigue, weight gain. Sorry. I wish I could show you. I should watch over here so I don't have to do this. Fatigue, weight gain, trouble tolerating cold, joint and muscle pain, dry skin. Yeah, I check all those boxes. Oh, wow. Um, but all those things have gotten exponentially better, so I can't wait. We're going to be getting blood tests in Austin here shortly. So it's going to be a fun side by side for sure. On the blood test, I'll definitely check that out. Appreciate it, Charlie. We'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Charlie Maryland. We'll see you guys. Um, you too, Charlie. You too, Maryland. Um, so go check out Carnivore Today, Adam. He just did an awesome, and her last name's Keith. Her first name is Leslin, I believe, Leslin. And she did a special on, or an interview, but she's a specialist in lymphedema. And it was super interesting to listen to because, one, I didn't know that insulin resistance causes lymphedema. So that's pretty interesting. And then, two, she just described things to a T about me. And so I realized that I think I've had a lymphedema problem. I don't know. I mean, probably since I was 9 or 10, maybe 8 or 9, something like that. I think that's when that started. So that's really cool. But she was nice enough we contacted her, and I think she'll be coming on to the show to talk about it with me, Lindy, and Michael sometime here in the near future, I hope. So that's one I'm really looking forward to because I think there's a lot there. I mean, there's so many people that are suffering from it, and just like the thyroid thing, it's one of those things that at first nobody really kind of zeroes in on, you know. Oh, good night, B. Smith. I sure appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping in. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Lamb shoulders roasted, uncovered, low and slow. It's gorgeous and fatty as my first meal out of the oven is usually crunchy, fatty bits. Oh, that sounds good. And I have the cold cuts. Oh, that'll be delicious. Yeah, I'll definitely try that. I'm going to hit you up when I go venture into that. So I got a few things that I'll cook on here, and I'm going to try to break these up into little videos. And I'm probably going to redo all these in the future because I'm just figuring out how to make all this camera stuff work, and I'm abysmally bad at it right now. So thank you guys for humoring me. Man, I had a steak for lunch today. And I'm planning on eating this steak for dinner, but I am not hungry at the slightest. I really need to get the fat in. This is where I get in trouble doing these fasts because I'm not hungry. I had that one steak. I am so built to do OMADs, it's not even funny. My body loves OMADs. Like it just thrives on OMADs. I'm only doing this because I want to do I want to do 84-hour fasts every week. I think what I'm going to start doing is cutting my meat in half, which is pretty crazy because I've already cut it down to a quarter of what I was doing when I was priming. But I think I'm going to take and start cutting in smaller meals so I'm not so dang satiated. That fat is just so satiating. You know, I ate just a fistful size of tallow with my ribeye this morning, and I'm just like I feel like I could fast right now, and I just got done fasting this morning. Yeah, I dip my meat into cold. So I'll show you here in a second. Here, let me set this up, and then I'll go get a bowl so I can show you what I do with the tallow. Hold on. Why is that doing that nonsense? I don't know. All right, whatever. All right. There we go. I'll put you on the steak. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get a bowl. Tallow. All right. So, first of all, let's cut open this steak and see if we did any good. So, I don't know about you guys, but I like to cut the tip off of the ribeye. And I like to cut the cap off of the ribeye. Because kind of like, then I just have the eye, because I kind of like to cut these, you know, against the grain if I can. Very crunchy. I don't know if you can hear the crispy crunchies. And then the eye. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I like to take a little bit more of the smoked Malden. Or it's dipping. But then I take a spoonful of the towel, about like that. Then take quite a bit of Tabasco. Really put it in there. It's probably about 1.5 ounces. And I just stir this up. And it takes a minute, but this, the Tabasco is vinegar based. And so it'll emulsify into this fat. And it'll incorporate and it makes kind of a soft dip, but it's really delicious. Sometimes if I'll put salt in there too, but with this much Tabasco, the salt kind of just dissolves. So I just like the crunchies on top of steak. They dissolve too after a while, but I like the crunchy salt. Anyhow, that's that. That's how I eat it. And then I just take a big fat piece of steak and I go dip up about like that. I ate it just like that. This is delicious. Sorry, I didn't hear. Very good cap. Very good cap. All right, it's just going back to the chat there. But yeah, that's how I like to eat that, and it's delicious. For sure. Yeah, I mean, I have malt and salt on my steak, and then, but I gotta get the tallow in, and that's why I put the vinegar. That combination of the the vinegar based Tabasco gives it a little flavor, tons of energy, super satiating. No, I put down the tallow. I mean, I put it down hard. So basically, and people argue with me a little bit, but see, the problem with that air fryer, I love the air fryer, but half of that fat in that ribeye, I don't know, I'm guessing half the fat just drained down into the drip pan below the grate. I'm not big into the hot grease, so it's hard to eat. Um, just not my favorite. So I replace it with tallow. So basically, a ribeye has something like 5 grams of protein per ounce, like 6 grams of fat per ounce. So, and I do this by eyeballing it now because I'm not going to measure everything every day. And then I just try to go overboard with the tallow rather than under when I do it. But I figured that if the ribeye has 6 grams of fat per ounce, then I figured 3 of it just went into my drip pan just to play it safe. And and I'm doubling my fat per protein doubling the fat per protein per gram. So if every ounce I get 5 grams of protein, I need 10 grams of fat. I figured that the steak has 3 in it. So I'm adding 7 grams of tallow to every ounce, which is a bunch. And I'm trying to eat somewhere between 150 and 200 grams of protein a day. So that means I got to eat somewhere between 300 and 400 grams of fat a day. But that means that I'm subsidizing 70% of that, basically. And so with tallow, so, that's going to be like, 200, maybe it's, or no. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like as much as 280 grams of tallow, which 280 grams of tallow, that's a whole lot of tallow, you know. Carnivore egg dipping, yep. Lindy loves that and it's delicious. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, right? But the, the crazy thing is, uh, and to be, well, first of all, so if I get that down, I'm usually closer to 150 grams protein and 300 grams of fat a day. But yes, I understand that that's like 3,500 calories. But also, and I don't care about calories. I really don't care about them at all. But then you have to remember that I'm fasting half of the week. So every time I eat food for a day, that's 2 days worth of food, And I'm trying not to have any energy loss. I'm trying not to have any metabolism slow down. And I'm trying not to have any muscle breakdown. Not too much. Well, you probably didn't know that I was fasting half the week because that means it's 2,000, and it's not 4,000 calories. It's a little bit less. It's like 3,600. No, but I should. Exactly, cranky. And look, this has done wonders for me. Our brains think that we shouldn't eat that fat, and it's wrong. I mean, for me, it was 100% wrong. I stalled out because I was eating too lean. I was going into gluconeogenesis. It was spiking my insulin. I saw it. I witnessed it. I proved it. The fat has cured that. I know, Sandra, isn't it awesome? I only eat that, during when I have prime rib, and I only have the prime rib on the holidays, but it's so good. Oh, horseradish is it's my weakness. And I don't even care about the horseradish. I have no side effects from the horseradish. It's just that I like to have it in sour cream, and sour cream makes me hold weight. So, no bueno. Just on special occasions. I have dairy on the holidays. As of today, I'm at 278 pounds down. Absolutely. I use the Lose It app, but there's a billion of them out there that are good. I just got used to the Lose It app, so that's the one I use. Oh, that's a great idea. Cranky. I bet horseradish and tallow would be freaking awesome. I'm going to try that too now that you say it. That's a great idea. Hey, you guys tell me if you think this is an idea. So, you know that buffalo wing sauce is just Frank's Red Hot and butter. That's what the original buffalo wing sauce is. I don't know how I feel about Frank's Red Hot. It's probably fine, but I know that I got to look and see what the ingredients are. I haven't checked it out. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. But I could still make it with Tabasco and butter, right? Make kind of a, um, you know, make kind of a buffalo wing sauce, carnivore sauce, or whatever. I know that it even, vinegar, it depends on who you ask, but it works for me. But anyhow, my point was that I just ordered the pork rind panko, the pig panko. I ordered that up. I ordered 3 different kinds because I don't know which one's the good one. Maybe you guys give me a shout out if you know what's good. I just ordered 3 different kinds, and if when they get here, if they got bad ingredients in them, I just throw them away. But I'm gonna get, hopefully out of 3, I get one that's good. But I don't eat chicken. I'll never eat chicken again until it's not Franken chickens that's giving my dog seizures. So, but the other white meat is pork. And so what I was thinking is, what if I took a pork tenderloin, cut it up like chicken strips, egg battered pig panko on them, deep fry them, because I used to love to take chicken, uh, breaded chicken, and dip it into buffalo sauce. So I was thinking about trying and using pork as like chicken, I don't know, chicken tenders, bread them, fry them in tallow or bacon grease or something, whatever would work best. Deep fry them and then dip them in um, kind of, buffalo sauce. What do you guys think of that? Lugo solution has 1.5 milligrams of iodine per drop, 5%. It's more economical for high doses usage. Okay, well, all right, I must have missed something. On the back of that, my bottle that I have, and maybe I have the wrong bottle, it says that the whole bottle has, maybe I'm misreading it, but it says that the whole bottle has 3,000 micrograms, which I think is 30 milligrams, but maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe I'm not understanding how that label works. Maybe it's 3,000 micrograms per drop then? I don't know. I'm going to have to look on it and see, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm way wrong. I bet that's good, isn't it, Holly? Have you ever tried it with like a whatever the healthiest version of buff sauce might be? Oh man, I love tzatziki sauce. I wish I could have dairy because I love all those sauces, but they get me in trouble. So it's a no bueno. That's why hot sauce is kind of turned into my dairy sauces. That's gonna be delicious. All right, so yours has 300 micrograms in it, so that's just 3 milligrams. Or no, it's 0.3 milligrams. Okay, so Frank's is inflammatory. So that's what I'm trying to see. Because I don't have a problem with the Tabasco, but I don't really want to veer very far. But what I liked about the Tabasco is it just has dried cayenne pepper, vinegar, and salt in it. So I'm like, well, that's pretty straightforward ingredients. I don't know that the cayenne, I know that the capsaicin, the nightshades can be a problem, but I know I'm okay with salt and vinegar. So there's only one thing in there that was kind of up in the air, which is the nightshades, the cayenne. I was like, well, I'll have to see if that's going to be a problem or not. I gotcha. Tastes much like Tabasco. Oh, okay, perfect. I know they really did grow back. I can't believe that. No joke. They were gone from here down. Like all that was gone. That all grew back. That's been gone for forever on both sides. Now I got like half moon, crescent moon eyebrows. They really came back. I was like, holy crap. I was wondering what was going on because I was starting to look weirder than I already look. It was a rough one. That's awesome, Jenny. That's a sign of thyroid. Well, yeah, and if hair loss is a sign of thyroid, I lost all my hair when I was 18 years old. All of that was gone. And now, no joke, since carnivore, my hairline used to be about here on that side. All this stuff here is new. And you can't really see it right now, but there's little patches of hair all over the top of my head. It's unsettling because it looks like I'm a 40-year-old newborn baby growing little tufts of weird, creepy looking, like, I don't know. My head looks like one of those doll's heads from one of those horror movies or something, but it's growing back, which is weird. I doubt that it'll ever fully come back, but it must be a sign of nourishment. 1/3 eyebrows. Yep. That whole right about there down, it was gone. And then even from here over was thinner, it was starting to look stupid. If I was very far back on the camera, like it looked like I just had about that much eyebrows. I did have more to here, but it was very light and thin, and then it was gone. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not gonna be able to finish the steak today. I was trying to get 2 meals, and I was like, I'm gonna power through it. I'm so full today. I had about this much, not quite, but about this much tallow and steak when I broke my fast this morning. And I'm doing a terrible job on this here. So I'm gonna put it in the fridge, wrap it up, and try to give it a couple hours, and come back at 2 hours and try to take it down because I got nothing in the tank right now. I'm so full. I'm so full. It's probably because you know I don't think I gave my stomach enough time to kind of get some good enzymes back in there from that fast because I keep doing those fasts. And I didn't mean to do a 4-dayer. I was just trying to do a 3.5-dayer, and I did a little more than a 4-dayer. And I know that sounds like cutting hairs, but it's actually a lot different. Between 3 days, I'm pretty fine with the stomach acid, but on day 4, it starts really getting depleted. In day 5 and 6, I gotta ease into refeeding, or else it's not pretty. And I feel like I should have eased into refeeding, even though it was only a 4-dayer. Chris Cooking Nashville did beef crumble strips in tallow. Looks scrumptious. Yeah, I bet that would be good. I believe it will, Holly. I bet you'll get it back. Oh, wow, Todd, that's amazing. I have hyperthyroidism and my eyebrows are almost gone too. Yeah, and Lindy's were gone too, and hers grew back. It's been a source of self-consciousness for me. Yeah, it gives me, I think you'll get them back. I really do. I mean, I'm growing hair that fell out, like, I don't know, 22 years ago. Like, it's crazy. It's so crazy, We've been so lied to about all this nonsense. Oh, it's just hereditary. Really? Are you sure you guys aren't poisoning us? It feels like you're poisoning us. You know? What a crock of crap. Nope, nope, nope. It's you guys. It's bad genes. Really? I think it might be the Fruit Loops. I'm going to lean back and drink a bubbly. Yeah, what she call them? Michaela calls them crispy things, I think, or crunchy things. Yeah, right. Why do I have a ridiculous amount of ear and nose hair? Why does the bottom of my butt cheeks look like I'm half chimpanzee? I could comb that stuff. It's like, what is going on? I gotta wax my butt cheeks, but I freaking can't get a hair to grow on my head. Losing eyebrows. Thank God I got plenty of nose hair growing a forest in there. Each vertical metric drops equal 1/20th milliliters, approximately 1 milligram of iodine. Okay, all right. So I guess when I'm taking 20 drops, I'm basically taking 20 milligrams then. 1 milligram of iodine, 2 milligrams of potassium iodine, or no, potassium iodine. What is it? Iodide and okay, I got you. 75% of that is 1.5 milligrams from J. Crow's website. Thank you so much, Cranky. I appreciate that. So, so I just have to have 50 drops if I wanted to try that. And I mean, Cranky, correct me if I'm wrong, but and I know I got to talk to Ken Berry, but from that, so the sound of that interview, if you don't use it, you just pee it out, so it ain't like a big deal. Yeah, Cranky's the man. He's got all the info. Right, Jill? That's fact. But yeah, I'm real excited to see Yeah, I think seeing as how 20 drops hasn't been hurting me. I don't know. What do you think, Cranky? What's your gut feeling say? I know you're not a doctor and I know you're not telling me what to do and this is just two dudes talking, but what's your gut feeling on taking 20 drops a day? I feel like it's pretty harmless. I mean, shouldn't I had the screaming memes by now or something in 3 days or felt a little felt a little, I don't know, kidney or bladder pain or something if it was a problem? I've done stupider things. I made it. I feel like 20 drops is probably not that big a deal. And I know they're making me feel fantastic, so. Was major to see how much, absorbed. 25 milligrams is working. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to just stick with the 20 milligrams then because maybe I'll bump it up to 5 more, but I'll probably just stick with the 20 because I'm already doing it, not having a problem with it. And then I'll talk to Dr. Barry if I can get a hold of him and see what he thinks. So, thank you very much. All right. Also, hopefully in the future these cooking videos get better. This was pretty abysmal. Everything went to hell because I was gonna have this all laid out and I was gonna have water in this sous vide thing already and all this stuff, and then the day went to hell. Started when I washed my microphone. Then I had to go to town and get some crap, and then I couldn't find a microphone. And then I was trying to get some of the meat, and it was having problems getting here, so I had to go get it. It was nuts. And then I usually order Costco through Instacart, but I just got my driver's license back. And so I decided I was going to be a big boy and drive in and get my own Costco now that I can drive again. And when I went in there, I didn't have a Costco card because I bought my Costco card through Instacart and they couldn't find me in the system. So that was a whole thing. And then it just went to hell, and I'll stop whining about it. But anyhow, the point being is I hope to be more squared away next time that I do this. Oh, awesome, Holly. I'm glad you had fun. There's such thing as iodine toxicity. Asked Dr. Barry first. Okay. All right, we'll do. Yeah, watch that video. I'm a crash test dummy, so I took it. I took a lot of it, and I just noticed that I really, truly felt an energy increase. I felt like my throat relaxed. It could be placebo. I don't know. But I swear I felt like on the third day, my throat was starting to relax and feel a little bit better. And I just was waking up better. I was sleeping a little bit better, and I got a lot more energy. And it's not like I have this crazy spike in crazy energy, but my energy lasts like I have stamina all day. That I'm quite enjoying, good and mentally too. And that was coming off of during when I was doing. I've only ate food. I've only had 10. I've only had 10 meals in the last 24 days, not counting today, as of this morning. And so I kind of get a good baseline of if as soon as I'm over fasting or my metabolism's having an issue, the first thing to go is I get brain fog. I can't remember things right. I'm searching for words and stuff, and I didn't have that at all this time. And in fact, while I was fasting and taking the iodine, I felt an improvement, and I was pretty shocked by that. Tucson has added fluoride to the water on top of actually having high levels. Yeah, I heard that part on the fluoride, Cranky, having high levels. I hear, I live here 40 years, so I blame it on. I gotcha. I appreciate it, Beth. You'll get to see me hit the wall or be victorious. Yeah, the video is incredible. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did a live stream with Carnivore Nation. He was interviewing me. Also, let me know in the chat what you guys think of that interview format. I so don't like doing videos and recording them and editing them and making it all like a script. I hate scripts. I don't want to do it. I don't like it. Feels wrong, feels weird. So I was just like, let's do interviews, but from now on, let's just stream it on both of our channels, do it live, and whatever comes out comes out. I mean, it's our stories and that's what happens. So who cares? Let's just talk about it live. We don't need to cut stuff and whatever. Let's just talk about it. If you're nervous, who cares? We're people. We're not Hollywood actors. We're just telling people how this works. So anyways, let me know how you like that format because that's what I would like to do in the future with all interviews that I'm doing plus interviews that we will do with other people. I just want to do them live because that's so much more fun because then as we're telling our story, we're also getting both of our, kind of cross pollination between our audiences. But the biggest thing that's fun is you guys are there. You guys aren't there when I make videos, so you guys can't ask questions. I can't joke with you, and it just seems stupid. So tell me what you think of that. But anyways, so I did that interview with Carnivore Nation. I think it was Friday, yesterday, and we came up. So my brother's been drinking carbonated Perrier and stuff, and he told me that it makes him dizzy, and I was like, I think you're crazy. But then he said that his son started drinking it, and his son was getting dizzy, and they both quit drinking it, and they both stopped being dizzy. Then some people started talking about how like San Pellegrino and these carbonated waters have the fluoride in it, right? Uh, and so when I was on there, I brought up that I'm going to be doing a challenge the first of next month, and I'm not going to drink any sparkling water for the next 90 days, which trust me, I hate that so much because it's my favorite thing in life right now is sparkling water because it's the last fun kind of quasi frill that I had. And I'm about to take it away, but I'm doing that to see because I'm dizzy. I'm getting not terribly dizzy, and I can't say that it's not the fasting too, because it could be. But when I get up in the morning, if I sit up too quick, I'll get a little dizzy. When I'm in my office chair, if I move my head around sometimes too much, I can get a little dizzy. If I'm laying in bed and I turn my head funny, I can get a little dizzy. Didn't used to have that problem. Drinking a lot of San Pellegrino and different sparkling waters. So I'm starting to wonder if it's the iodine or the chloride, whatever, potassium chloride or whatever they call it. Or not potassium chloride, whatever kind of fluoride or chloride or whatever is in there. I don't know. I don't keep up with this stuff. But I'm starting to wonder if that's it. So at the 1st of May, I'm going to stop drinking it for 90 days. I'm just thinking about how that's going to affect hack your health because I can do without it, but I don't want to drink city tap water either. So I'm going to have to. That's one of my favorite parts of drinking bottled water or ordering a club soda or whatever. It's because then it's, if you order a water, they're just getting it out of the tap, and I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink Austin tap water. Are you kidding me? It's probably got herpes, got a syphilis in it. Iodine uses the same. Portals is in the cell. The fluoride does. Oh, so it plugs it up, and it's kind of like glucose and vitamin C. Remove fluoride from the cell. That's awesome. Could be hyperthyroidism. Okay. Oh, I appreciate it, Beth. I'm glad you like that format then. I'm going to keep doing that then. Thanks, Jill. Yeah, that's what I feel like. I'm like, if I got to make, if I got to like think of video content and make scripts and then try to remember, like it's gonna feel stupid. I haven't heard of the fluoride fillings, but I got you. I also have a weakness for carbonated drinks, but the LMNT helps me a lot as a replacement. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Especially if I'll have to try that non-flavored one. Well, ladies and gents, it's midnight here. Oh, thank you so much, Holly. I appreciate it. I have to be up at 5. It's been fun. Catch you later. See you, Holly. I appreciate you so much. Oh, right on. I appreciate that, John. I'm glad that works out because I think it's just better. I don't know. I guess it's probably I guess like a well-rounded, smooth interview is good too. Is good or is better probably even. But for people maybe that are newcomers or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna see how this works. I feel like it's gonna be better because then you guys can ask questions, and this is mostly about answering the audience's questions. So why not just do that? And then, I mean, for me, it's about making sure everybody knows that that carnivore fixed all this crap, and I was a dumpster fire 15 months ago. So that's the main message to get out there. But then, as people want to, really dig deep, why not have them there live to ask? When we're going through it. Wrong pipe. Excuse me. Well, it has been 2.5 hours. I hope you now know what not to do to your meat. Dang it. One little drip right down the wrong pipe. Yeah, well, for sure. So the live interviews will always be a full screen because they're going to be horizontal. The only reason why I'm doing this vertical thing here is because it gets put into the short feed. Those little short videos that are vertical. They have that now short feed. Well, I mean it's been there a long time, but it's to compete with like TikTok and Instagram. So it's the little flick through it really quick. So when you do a short or vertical live, you get in the short feed, so you pick up a lot more traffic. So your channel gets viewed by people, that maybe wouldn't normally get to see it. So that's what I'm doing. And then, but all of our Sunday shows and all of the interviews and all of the main content is always going to be horizontal, full screen forever. Exactly, John. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. You guys all have a great night. Appreciate you hanging out. Um, I don't think you learned anything how to cook, but at least you learned how I cook. So that was that. You guys have a great night. We'll see you next time. Well, we'll see you tomorrow at 700 plus, and look forward to chatting with you guys again. See you guys.